We're going to be looking at this low voltage cutoff module in this video. Before we do though, let's take a quick look at the power supply I'm going to use. So this is an affordable bench power supply, not the greatest, but make sure the alligator clips aren't attached to anything right now, and we're going to turn it on. And you can see that this is set to output a little less than 12 volts right now. And we can change the voltage there. Let's lower the voltage a bit. And so we also have the current setting here. So there's an A there. This is rated for 0 to 18 volts and up to 0 to 3 amps. So up to 3 amps and down to 0 amps. So in any case, we can set the voltage. Let's turn the current down. So now current is down all the way. This won't provide any current, so of course it won't provide any voltage either. But we turn this up and we'll get more current. So it's not outputting any current right now, so we're not getting a reading. Let's take the alligator clips here and we got the current off now and the voltage down low. There we go. I turned the voltage off. So I'm going to connect these two together. And it's a good thing to set them all the way down. So now you can see we got 0 volts and 0 amps of current. So I'm going to set this over there. Just remember, they're connected. And so voltage is all the way down. I'm going to turn it up a bit. And it's set to not deliver any current though. So let's start turning this so that I can deliver more current. So right now, since we're shorting this out, we have right now half an amp of current. And of course no voltage is going to show up because this is accepting all of the current. So we have the full voltage drop. No voltage is really building up. You know, just a slight amount right there. But we can limit the amount of current or we can limit the amount of voltage. So right now we're at a constant current. It's holding the current as long as we have enough voltage to provide that current. And then when we set the voltage, it will hold a voltage as long as we can provide enough current to hold that voltage. So that's how we're going to be powering this low voltage cutoff module. So now the module here has some screw down clamps there for voltage in, and then some over here for voltage out. So we're going to be plugging the power supply I just showed you here, and for power out we're just going to power this simple LED with protective resistor. So we're going to be using somewhat high voltages now. So I'm using a 10,000 ohm, 10 kilo ohm resistor there. It's going to limit the current plenty fine for this LED. And so in any case, let's get to powering this up and powering the LED there. And all I gotta do is take where it says voltage out before I power the module and put the red one that's in the positive slot there into the red row, and the blue one that's in the negative slot into the blue row. Now we'll power this rail. That'll be able to power the load. And of course, I got the bench power supply now set to deliver no voltage and no current. So it's safe to just attach the alligator clips to these jumper wires that I clamped down onto the module earlier. Okay, so we're not getting any power because there's no voltage. Let's turn the voltage up. Actually, I gotta turn the current up a tiny bit so that we can provide some current. This isn't gonna take much current. Okay, so we're at 2.4 volts. There we go. Once we're at 4 volts, but for some reason it says 7 on there. So, okay. Now we got an accurate reading. So it looks like it's not very accurate until you provide up to 7 volts on there. And we're gonna get to 10. And so this is set to turn off when we're below 12 volts. And so now we're at 12 volts. You kind of would think we would turn on, but it's set so that it doesn't turn on until we get 16.8 volts. That's just how I set it. We'll look at that. So now you can see it turned on. And that LED is really dim just because we're using a high value resistor. If we were using the proper resistor, it'd be about as bright as that LED. So now, we got to about 16.8 volts, and it turned on. That's because that's how I set it. So I also set it to turn off at 12 volts. So we're going to turn it down. Now you can see we got 12.5 volts. It's still on. And it's measuring the voltage that I'm applying to the input here. And so, okay, I'm going to slowly turn the voltage down. And there we go, 12 volts. Takes a few seconds, but then it turns off. And so it kind of does that just in case you get a short dip of low voltage. It doesn't just turn off right away. It makes sure that it waits a little while before it turns off. But you can see we got below 12, or at 12 even, and it turned off. So it's not going to turn on though until we get to 16.8. Again, that's because that is how I set it. And we'll look at that coming up. But there you can see we passed 16.8 volts and it turned back on. So the reason why I set it this way was because I'm going to be using lithium-ion batteries in series. And so they're going to be charged up to 16.8 volts. Now, I should actually set this lower than what it is for that purpose. But in any case, the main thing is I'm going to be charging those, not with this. I'm going to be using this to prevent them from discharging below 12 volts. So when I'm powering something with the batteries, they're going to start about 16.8 volts, where we are now about, and then they're going to go down over time as you use them until they get to about 12 volts. So 4 of them in series, as I said, we can charge it up to 16.8 volts while they're in series, and so that's 4.2 volts each. But as they discharge, they'll discharge to about 3 volts each. So 3 times 4 is 12, and that's about as low as you want to discharge them. So as long as I'm using the batteries to power this and power something else, once it gets to 12 volts, so that each battery in series is at 3 volts, this will shut off. You know, to keep them from getting to that dangerous 2.5 volts each, where they can be permanently damaged. So now let's change the setting. I turn the light down because it's showing up better on camera, as you can see there. But what we need to do, and also by the way, there's a bunch of solder spots there where leads are soldered. So don't set this on anything metal. You'll short circuit. So nothing conductive. So I just have it on this plastic here. And so in any case, we hold to set the low voltage. We hold down this left button here. Now it's flashing. So we can go up that way or down with that one. Now we're at 19, and if you hold it down, it'll rapidly go up. So if you got to make a big jump, you know, you can hold those down. So let's go to 13. Make it pretty simple. And I think maybe you wait a little bit. Okay, there you go. You wait a little bit. So we're at 12 now. Let's increase the voltage. So remember before we were at it would turn on at 16.8. Right now that's not the case because we have to go up 1 more volt because our lower limit was 1 volt higher. So let's look at that. Let's go back to turning it off. There we go. We had to get below 13 for, I think it's like 5 seconds. So in any case, we were set to 4.8 volts above 12 volts for turning on. And the way to make that setting, to hold down the right button. So now you can see it says 4.8. And since, I guess I gotta hold it down until it flashes. Okay. So, since we went up 1 volt, let's say we want to keep that 16.8 cutoff. So now we're going to have to go down to 3.8. So it'll be 13 plus 3.8. So there we go. And of course, to go up, you just press that one. So let's wait till it stops flashing, and then get back to turning the LED back on. So now we're below the cutoff. By the way, if I turn the power off, actually I got to go up a little bit now because we're at 13, remember? So 13. So even though it's off now, if I turn off the power supply and then turn it back on, I noticed that it defaults back to on as long as you're above that minimum voltage. If we go below that minimum voltage, there we go, turned off. Of course, even if you turn the power supply off and back on, it's going to stay off because it's below the low voltage. So in any case, but as I said here, if you're above the low voltage cutoff there, 13, turn it off, on, then it outputs on for whatever reason. So in any case, let's get up to, let's go back down, turn it off. And so now, instead of being 4.8 volts higher than the low voltage cutoff, which we had 12 before, but now it's 13, now we're 3.8 volts. So 13 plus 3.8 is 16.8. So you got to be very careful of that if you use one of these and you have a setting that you like, but you raise that lower voltage cutoff, that's also going to raise the voltage turn on. And so be aware of that and make sure you adjust the difference that you need if you need to adjust that difference.